ladies and gentlemen. Ethics is more than what is lawful or unlawful. Ethics is more formed from values or belief system of an individual, society, or an institution. Today, this evening, we have experienced panelists. They will share their views and ideas on about ethical inspirations. Mr. Firdausi, he has 35 years of banking experience dealing with several corporates in India and UAE. I would like to ask you a question. As a senior corporate banker, you have dealt with several business groups. From your experience and opinion, how ethics makes an impact in business?
I would like to say a few words about ethics. What is ethics? What is ethical? What is non-ethical, unethical in business? What do we mean by that? Anybody knows about ethics? The word ethics is used everywhere. I want to give an example. During this time of COVID, there was a huge demand for masks and glouses. You see the prices of the glouses and mask. One box was 5 dirhams, then it was 10 dirham, 20, 30, 40. I saw myself during that peak time, it reached up to 80 dirhams, 90 dirhams per box. So a trader in Abu Dhabi, his name is Suleiman, and another trader in Dubai. Both are small SME, small and medium enterprises, small traders. Ahmed in Dubai. So during this time, he was Suleiman called Ahmed. Ahmed, can you tell me the price of today? Mask. I want 2,000 boxes. Ahmed was replying, today's price is 10 dirhams, my friend. Okay, 10 dirhams, 2,000 boxes. Okay, 20,000 dirhams. Fine, I'm confirming it. I'm sending the vehicle with the driver, with the cash, confirmed. They are regular traders, so, just by phone they do it and the payment is done later. After 2 hours, Ahmed from Dubai is calling Suleiman and said, "Oh, my friend, Suleiman, there is a buyer who want to buy from me at 12 dirhams. Now I already sold it to you for 10 dirhams, 20,000 dirhams. What shall I do, my friend?" So he said, Suleiman said, "I'm fine with that." But then Ahmed said, "This is your stock now. You bought it from me. Can I sell it to this person at this 12 dirhams and you take the profit?" Suleiman said, "I'm okay with that. Okay, tomorrow you come and take your profit. Okay, 12 dirhams, 2,000 box, 24,000 dirhams. Fine, you make a profit of 4,000 dirhams. You come and take the profit tomorrow from me. Okay, I'm selling this to this third person on your behalf. The deal is done." Now think about it, my friends. I just wanted to share this story. Um this Ahmed, the seller, he could have cancelled the deal with Suleiman and he could have said, "Oh, I got a deal. Let me cancel it with Ahmed. Let me do the second deal and sell it off, and I make my profit. I don't give it to Suleiman." This was possible, but he did not do that. He was ethical in his trade. An item which is sold already, he did not cancel it. He wanted to stick to his principles. This is one of the ethical example of a trade. Several people do differently. There was various possibilities for Ahmed, but he stuck to his principles. I wanted to pass on to Shalimar.
Yes. Wonderful story, Mr. Firdausi. Continuing to this question, Mr. Shalimar, you are a young businessman. You have business in Oman, India, and UAE. The ethical practices in your business you do with an intention. Can you please share, based on your experience, what are your ethical business inspirations?
Thank you so much. Out of all three, I would say this is the hottest seat. Why I'm saying this? Basically, I'm the one who, this is the seat where in which the practical side of ethical business happens. I just want to start up what, what paved me to do some ethical business. When I wanted to start a business, I told my father and mother, I want to start a business. The moment I said that, my parents said to me just one word: do whatever you want, make whatever you want, but don't bring curse to your home. When I say this, I'm getting emotional. Why I'm getting emotional is basically from that day onwards, when I did my business, I ensured that it is ethical in all aspects. For that, what I did is the first and foremost thing I made up is a strong mindset. Without a strong mindset, no business person can make changes in this society. So when I say this strong mindset, it gives you the ability, once you have the strong mindset, it gives you the ability to move forward when there is any difficulties in different circumstances. So that is how I move forward. The second thing, what I wanted to do was, I just thought, with one person, how is it possible to change the business practices which is there? When I say this, we are basically into distribution of sanitary ware products in UAE and Oman. And normally what happens is, in building materials industry, it is a game of weight and it is a game of made in origins. Normally the business practice, what happens is, they, I wouldn't say that everyone does that, but most of the what we have experienced is actually play on the weight. I ensured whatever we are bringing, we started importing. Whatever we are bringing, we'll mention the net weight of it. I'll just give one small example. You know, this wire nail, small nails, which normally it was coming like one carton is actually 5 kg. I'm just giving some examples so that you will understand it. So the trader will sell to the end user that saying that it is 5 kg, but actually it is only 2.5 kg. And uh, the end user will never know that, okay, it is 5 kg because they don't look into it. When I came to know this, I ensure that whatever I am bringing, it is written net weight. And we ensure that this net weight is written on the invoice also. This was the first step what we did in this business. Not only this, people bring products from countries like China and they put the make of made in Italy, made in Europe, or something that way. That's basically cheating the customer. And we ensure that whatever we are bringing, we make it, the make is mentioned on the box, on the carton, and as well as the invoice. So these are the small things what I have done. But one more point I just want to add up is, I ensured there is a dedicated team who can help me on this journey. And the first thing what I did was actually do a proper recruitment. The interviews, even if it is a labor or even if it's a manager, the interviews will go up to 2 hours or to 3 hours because I want to understand the person. Because whether the person is fit for my business or not. So from there, it started. And if I start talking about these things, it needs not only 1 hour, maybe 2 or 3 hours, like it will continue. So I just want to reduce and hand over. Thank you.
Really inspirational experience shared by Mr. Shalimar. I would like to ask Mr. Ammar. Ammar is a expert in doing consultancy, Sharia consultancy for uh, finance houses. Now, since we are discussing about the ethical business inspirations, from your perspective, do you think a business they want to run based on the ethics? Do you think really they need consultancy, advice, guidance based on your consultancy experience? Can you share your thoughts about it?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you, Brother Nabil, and my co panelists. It's a pleasure to be here and to discuss and share our thoughts. So, I think coming to the question, before addressing that particular aspect, a key question we have to ask ourselves is what is ethics? Because to me, something is ethical, and to someone else sitting across the table, that is not ethical. So, first, we have to see where do these ethical inspirations come to us from? What are the sources for that? And we believe, the Islamic Sharia gives the foundation of universal ethics. The ethics which are not just beneficial for each individual human being, in fact, they are beneficial across the world for everyone. For the world, for all the living or non-living beings of the world. This is the first point. Because unless we agree on where this ethical inspiration comes from, we will not have a common ground. Luckily, the good thing that is happening across the world now, which gives us some satisfaction also, is if you see a few years back, 15, 20 years back, the world was, moving towards capitalism or profit earning in a way. They never thought about people, they never thought about environment, they never thought about the third world countries, they never thought about trampling on people's rights. All a capitalist or a trader or a businessman was interested in was how much profit my capital is making, by hook or by crook. This was the idea, or this was the belief system. But Alhamdulillah, even the Western world has now realized that there should be some boundaries, some lines. So now you see ESG, sustainability, what are all these? These are being driven by the ethical, moral principles. So this is a very good movement. But Alhamdulillah, what we say is, when you go back to Islamic Sharia, you have the 5 objectives of Sharia, which we also refer to as maqasid. I would invite all of you to read about them. They say anything that is done in this world should take care of 5 things: a human being's life, his honor, his progeny, his belief, and his inheritance, or what he is giving up. If you understand this, this is the crux of the entire ethical foundation. This is the first point that we all have to understand. Second point, coming to the question, once we decide on that, depending on what you're doing. So, in simple words, Brother Shalimar has addressed this very well. So his ethical drive is coming from his own belief system, right? And he's made sure that he implements it into his business practices. Now, if someone is driven like that, great. Now, when the business complexities increase, when you grow in size, you have multifaceted businesses, multi-jurisdictional businesses, you may want to understand that this step you're taking, this contract you're making, or this business deal that you are making, is it aligning with my ethics? At that point of time, if you have complex business lines, you may need someone to handhold you. Like in your lives, right? Yani, fasalu ahla dhikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. Quran also says that if you have something that you don't know, please ask someone. It's not compulsory. However, what we see in modern world is as the complexity of businesses grow, they tend to seek advice by first drawing or designing what ethics mean to them, and then going to someone who can consult and guide them on those ethics.
Very insightful thoughts shared by Brother Ammar. Let me ask you, Mr. Firdausi, do you have any other thoughts that will support the ethics in the business? Just like any specific points you want to add it, like transparency, all these things. You shared during our discussion. You shared some thoughts about it.
Yeah, on organizations should actually support like fintech. It can have built-in ethics. It will be transparent. One another example I can give is transparency itself. A CEO of a company should be ethical, transparent. Uh, for example, termination, recession, they terminate staff. Today in this market, we are seeing termination without any notice. The security staff go to the employee and said, "Hi sir, today is your last working day. I'm escorting you to outside. You can take your belongings tomorrow." Think about it. As a owner, if he was really transparent and ethical, he should have informed his trimming down of business to his employees so that they are given sufficient notice and well informed. That's all I would like to say.
Thank you. We have a short of time. We are in short of time, so three of our panelists have shared, and they have a lot of things to share with us about the ethics and ethical practices. Especially, we want to actually to discuss more about halal, the halal industry, the opportunities available in the market, those things. But due to the shortage of time, we here conclude our session. Thank you very much, Firdausi, Mr. Shalimar, and Amar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. These were really inspirational sessions, and I think not just a couple of hours. You need a full day session to handle such panel discussions. Anyhow, starting with the story of Abdullah and Ahmed, for your great experience on the sanitaryware business line, and with Mr. Ammar, it is truly worth it to listen to all these real rich experienced people. Anyway, thank you very much, and there's a memento to be given to all of the panelists. And I would like to invite Amir Sawad, who is the CEO of Come On Kerala.